It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears, and it's all up next.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan, that's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Soldier Field. And able to get this out to the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the latest in a long line of NFL QBs from USC.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
Throwing right away is Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw is Williams. That's complete. Rome Odunze. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
3rd and 8. Throwing is Williams. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. I'll give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
A pass complete to Odunze. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Off the bootleg, it's Williams. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. He will push his way down to about the 14. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They go quickly here out to Moore. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll bring up second down. To throw, it's Williams. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. To throw once more, here's Williams. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete.
Well, they took the shot, didn't get it. There's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding him to 3. Psychologically, maybe a win for the defense. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
Every time he leads his team out, there's no questioning. He's put the work in to earn his place in the NFL. There's no shortage of stories we've heard throughout his career about the effort he puts in to be in this spot. And that motivates everybody on his team.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Tua. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Off the play action, Tagovailoa. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the first down. A gain there of 21 yards.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, it's Tua. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up second down. In motion, Hill. On play action, here's Tua. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. They work now on 2nd and 9. As they've got it as we resume action. Now Tua. Dance into it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's Gervon Dexter who got in to drop him.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
You still hold your breath, or whether there's a defense when Tua gets out of the pocket, you're worried about him scrambling and getting a first down. But there, he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, That's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Play action. Now Williams. He'll get this into the hands of Adunze. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. To the air, Williams. His throw incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Here's Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Throwing again here, Williams. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Now 2nd and 3. They'll go play action here with Williams. Rolling to his right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. To throw, Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The end result, 21 yards.
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
Back to throw. Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Rome Odunze from a yard out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Short throw to Smith. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. A run straight ahead with Achane. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. 3rd down and 1. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Hill going to go in motion right. Play action. Now it's Tua. Another catch there for Waddle. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins 1st down as he'll get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Under pressure, they got him again. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
The Bears got a solid first half out of their quarterback, the #1 overall pick back in 2024, Caleb Williams. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. $10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Tua sets up to pass it. Got a man. It's Brown. So no gain on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Throw caught by Achane. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play action, Tagovailoa. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua is going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 22 yards there, a 1st down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Over the middle to Smith. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Tua. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. In motion right here, Washington. Up the middle, Achane. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. In motion, Hill. Tua now, 3rd and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Gervon Dexter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. He's got the connection to Moore, and he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again. And they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
Throwing is Williams.
And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
To the air, Williams. Complete on the quick throw to Moore.
And he's taken down inside the 30. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Now, that's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
Back to the running game with Swift.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
So a big one coming now for Cairo Santos. This to make it a 2-score game. Santos' kick is up and through, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. Breaks through the contact. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 27. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8. In motion, Hill. On play action, here's Tua. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Short throw to Smith.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Fielded at the 20. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt.
And the Bears take over. The Chicago offense set to get started.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Off the play fake, it's Williams.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the 2nd half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
After the turnover, it's Tua.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, He doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? In motion, Hill. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. Looking to pass. Tua.
Now, back foot throw there is incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Shutting down that play, Kyler Gordon on the defensive side.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Sanders' kick is good.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
They go quickly here out to Moore. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he will have the Bears 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
That's just what you call a chain mover right there. Nothing fancy. Get the ball out to the back, and you're asking him to make a little bit extra out of maybe what is nothing, and he does exactly that, picks up the first down. I can't wait till we get to the point, partner, where we're not saying chain mover, but we're saying laser pointer, picks it up for the first down.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. First and 10 here.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Once again, it's Swift.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down.
Here's Williams.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but
I like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.